What to do when you doubt yourself. Welcome to the School of Self-Worth Live. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sam Osborne, the Self-Worth Guide. Today's episode number 169. We are talking about what you can do when you doubt yourself. And before we go any further, I want to invite you to sign up for my free confidence starter kit at samosborne.com/starter kit. It's on the screen right now. And that's going to help you to be confident and to crush imposter syndrome. So what should you do when you start to doubt yourself? Well, I've got one message for you to remember today, and that is to change your perspective. Changing your perspective is the core problem and, well, it's the solution to doubting yourself. So if you think about what doubting yourself is, it's actually a perception of yourself and what's going on around you. And you can change that perception so that the doubt goes away. And I'm going to talk to you about three things today in order to help you to change your perspective. Number one is you're going to reflect on who you are. Number two is you are going to refine your definition of yourself. And number three is that you're going to review your values. Let's go through those three things, why they're important and how they're going to help you to change your perspective and to stop doubting yourself so you can feel confident in yourself. So number one, reflect on who you are. I love reflecting because that's just the way I roll. I have a philosophy degree. I love learning about the history of ideas when it comes to who we are as human beings. And you can go way, way back into history, especially the Greek philosophers. They really started to look at, what is the self? A lot of the Asian mystical religions or philosophies really looked at the fact that there was no self and that there was this consciousness that pervaded the universe and that you are part of that. You could also think of the self in terms of a biological sense that, we are neurons firing. So you can really reflect on who you are and get down to the core of who you are. I think reflecting is going to help you become aware of a greater definition of who you are. And that's going to be a first great step to reducing self-doubt when it kicks in, is to reflect on who you are. You might just ask the question, well, who am I? And get a pen and some paper and just start writing. That is a great way to reduce self-doubt, is to reflect on who you are. Step number two is to refine your definition of yourself. So once you've started reflecting on who you are, you want to create a definition, a new, fresh definition of who you are so that you can start to feel good about who you are. You list your strengths, you list your accomplishments, you basically create an audit or an inventory of all the things in your life that you've done well, or the things that you feel confident doing. So you think about your whole life and you think, where am I most confident in my life? Where am I most authentic? Where do I feel the most courageous? And write those things down so you start to balance your mindset and you start to have more reasons why you should feel confident in yourself rather than doubt yourself. The third point is to review your values. This is probably one of the most important things you can do in your life every single year, is to review your values, because they're going to change over time. So reviewing your values is really about asking yourself, what is most important to you? What is the things in life that fulfill you the most? You want to get really clear on that list. I would recommend you have a list of about 7 values, maybe 5, 10. Keep it to a nice amount that you can memorize and really refine your values and what is most important to you. I've got about 7, but really it's the top 2 or 3 that I focus on most of the time. For me, my top value is education, teaching and learning. If I can do that, I feel really fulfilled. And if I'm doing that, I don't doubt myself, because I know that I'm tapping into my value. And it's kind of like, that's my calling, that's my vocation, that's my destiny. So I can't really step a foot wrong if I'm doing something that meets my highest value. The second one is wealth building. Wealth building doesn't just mean building my cash reserves. Wealth building actually comes from the word meaning well-being, or WEAL, wheel, means wealth, wellness or well-being. So I like to build my wellness. So if I'm doing something that allows me to build that, then my self-doubt goes down because I know that I'm on track. I also have a great value on learning things, on teaching things, and also socializing, helping other people. So service would be another one of my values. So if I'm doing those things, that I've refined my values, just like you can refine yours, and you can check off tangible evidence or tangible activities in your life, and you say, yep, by doing those things, I'm fulfilling my values, then you know that there's no reason to doubt yourself. So if you think about all the 3 steps that I've talked about today, love, reflecting on yourself, or reflecting on what it means to be a self, or to have consciousness, or to be a human, then you refine your definition of who you are, and you review your values. Going to be that's going to be such a powerful process for reducing self-doubt and imposter syndrome when it comes your way. That is basically my formula that I use, or I have used throughout the past, to overcome self-doubt, to overcome imposter syndrome, and I really recommend it to you. So that's how you change your perspective. That's what you do when you start to feel self-doubt, is you change your perspective by reflecting on what it means to be a self, refining your values, redefining who you are, and reviewing your values. That's going to be really good for your confidence and for feeling fulfilled in life. And if you want to feel even more fulfilled, if you want to crush imposter syndrome, I want you to sign up for my free starter kit at samosborn.com/starter kit. There's about 8 videos. They go for about 8 minutes each. And that's going to be a great way for you to start killing it in life, to start building your confidence. Go to samosborn.com/starter kit. And more news, my new book is on the way, people. Literally, I'm getting it tomorrow, like the final copy to look at it. It's called How to Beat Imposter Syndrome and Be Confident. It's a 30-day challenge coming at you very soon on Amazon. So stick around. I hope everybody's having a great day. Remember, what should you do when you start to feel self-doubt? Change your perspective.